and me and my group members are presenting our case on Arla Foods today. So basically, our focus is on Arla Foods and its AI powered milk intake forecasting. And our focus is going to be how Arla can scale this forecasting tool to improve planning outcomes, accuracy, waste reduction, and service levels, while still staying trustworthy all the times. Fair to the farmers, transparent, compliant, and resilient. So we'll move through the business context, the tool itself, the impact, the trust implications, and our recommendations. I'll begin by going through our agenda, which is basically the business problem and the organizational context, the AI or the digital management tools that were being used, the impact analysis, and then ending by the ethical, legal, and societal issues. So I'm going to begin by the introduction and the background of what Arla does and why does this case matter. So basically, Arla is a farmer-owned dairy cooperative which is headquartered in the Denmark with a strong market position in the UK and the Europe. And its core business is collecting raw milk and converting it into everyday products such as milk, cheese, spreads, and butter, and also creating the dairy ingredients for the industrial customers. Because the raw milk is very perishable and it is also the collection of the raw milk is also very time critical, the forecasting errors becomes the operational errors, which either turn into the wastages or the service issues. The market context adds pressure, and the plant based alternatives are growing very rapidly, which causes the customers to expect sustainability and competitive pricing simultaneously. So the case matters because forecasting is not just a technical activity. It directly shapes profitability and also the farmer owners and the operational efficiency. Now I'll be talking about the business problem and the organizational context. So, in context to Arla, historically, the milk intake forecasting relied heavily on the manual Excel work, and it often took a lot of days and required coordination across the teams. And that created two major issues. The first one was that the decisions were very slow and the updates came very late, and the assumptions differed a lot across the markets. And then the scenario planning was also very limited. And the second major issue was that the accuracy part it suffered a lot. When the intake forecasts are wrong, the plants and the logistics are either over-prepared or under-prepared, which increases the risk of wastages, increase in the costs, and then weaker service levels. So, Arla must remain competitive against the fast growing plant based alternatives and maintain credible sustainability performance. And in short, I'll conclude by saying that Arla needs to have better decision making and better forecasting, which is very essential for them to make improvements. Now, I'll be requesting the next group member to please come and talk about the AI and the digital management tools that were used by Arla. Thank you.
Thanks, Alija, to give me the floor. Now I'm going to explain the forecasting of using AI and digital tools. Let's begin with the sales. For the sales, Arla using SAP IBP demand sensing machine learning, which using for short-term demand forecasting, combining historical sales orders, promotion and external signals like weather to refine daily and weekly sales, forecast and market levels. This helps to improve forecast accuracy. In Denmark, it is 2.4%. In UK and 5.5% in Denmark, and reducing the manual planning exceptions. Arla also using Azure OpenAI service generative AI to create and adapt digital content such as receipt and product descriptions to support more personalized customer engagement and marketing workflows. And next, I will explain the supply chain and operation planning. For the supply chain and operation operations, Arla using AI-driven planning within Arla's data platform, which forecast output are integrated into the Arla's central analytical environment on uh, Azure, enabling the scenario modeling and the optimizing of the logistic plans, utilization, and product mix. These are Azure OpenAI service within its digital ecosystem, for example, to generate the customer receipt content, so to support personalized customer AI. Generative AI is to being embedded alongside uh, reactive tools and the operations and marketing. Next, my team member will explain.
Yeah, well, thank you. This is Shubharna Bhattacharjee, and I'm also going to talk about AI digital tools used by Arla. Well, for production and milk intake forecasting, Arla actually use a custom AI milk intake forecasting engine. Well, Arla developed an AI milk intake forecasting tools to get more accurate and support production planning. This tool is actually used in all Arla European market, and it has made a milk intake forecast faster. Um, and for digital transformation by using AI tools, um, Arla's forecasting system actually replaces manual Excel-based planning with an AI model that uses a much richer data set, including dairy farm milk volumes, seasonal pattern, geography, and shifts to new milk types. Beyond forecasting, actually, Arla has invested in SAP-based digital supply chain execution, including extended warehouse management, yard and dock appointment management, and so on. Well, Arla is also centralizing and integrating operational data in cloud platforms such as Microsoft Azure to improve analytics, flexibility, and productivity across businesses. Well, I'm giving over to my next member.
Okay, thank you, Shivarna. I'm Tumba Vishesh here. Well, and now I'm going to talk about my part. So, my part is about performance impact and innovation and decision making. So, first of all, I'm going to talk about the performance impact. So, I actually find three most important elements which I'm going to talk. So, first of all, if I talk about processing time, so the Arla food, actually, the system now process information in hour instead of days, which is now more efficient than before. Like before, they do the procedures within the whole days, but right now it takes only hours. Well, if I talk about the key benefits, the system actually allows the organization to move its human resource towards strategic work and innovation activities. I think which is a great thing. Well, another most important thing is accuracy improvement. Well, the system actually achieved 1.4% of improvement in its accuracy level, and the system also helped the organization to reduce waste by improving forecasting accuracy, which leads to lower inventory expense and also less food waste. So I think it is a great performance impact. Well, in my another slide, I'm going to talk about innovation and decision making. Okay, so I divided in this slide like the previous view and the current view also. So and also with that I chooses data-driven strategy, competitive advantage, and sustainability position. Well, first thing I would love to talk about that is view. Well, if I talk about the previous view of Arla Food, so they actually used to take decision based on the current market conditions. But right now, if I talk about the organization, the uses actually predictive analytics to detect the market changes, which is a great thing for me. Okay, if I talk about the data-driven strategy, so the organization actually uses the data to support its strategic decision-making process, and the system also protect the organization from human error. So because of the data driving strategy, they do not face any human error right now. Well, if I talk about the competitive advantage and sustainability position, the company also gains better supply chain monitoring capabilities, which let us deliver faster response to their vital business customers. I mean, the customers is getting more, more replays within a short period of time, and it enhances sustainability position through its delivery performance. I think which is a great thing. So that was all about my part. Thank you. I would love to call my next presenter to present his part. Thank you.
Okay, I would like to thank the Tumpa for giving me the floor. I'm going to talk about the ethical issues. As we all know that ethics is a key feature of business and Arla is a cooperative. So they always ensure that their farmers receive a standard living wage and they have a stable income. Smaller farmers sometimes worry about their voice against the larger farms. So in the UK, Arla has a single milk price method that strives for openness. To assist farmers in increasing productivity and profitability, they also run initiatives like Arla Farm Ahead app. AI tools also can predict the payment forecast. Arla Foods has introduced an artificial intelligence tool designed to predict milk intake from farms. According to Arla, this new AI tool slashes forecasting time from days to just a few hours while improving accuracy by 1.4%. On my next slide, if I going to talk about the pricing transparency, in many dairy industries, it's hard to see how much of the product's price goes to the actual producer or farmer. But Arla handles it in a very smart way again. They publish their Arla milk price monthly, showing what they pay the farmer owners per liter, which is visible to everyone. They also launched campaigns like Thank You Farmer, marked on packs, directly linking to the product to the producers to build consumer trust. I would like to call Marji Afrin to talk further, please.
Thank you. This is Margie Afrin. Now I'll talk about environmental impact, where the Arla company has one of the most ambitious climate goals to achieve carbon net zero by 2050. And AI can be used for this implication because firstly by the carbon footprint intelligence platform, where AI can aggregate data from 8,900 firms to calculate carbon footprint by using sensor in feed system, and enhancing transparency by pharma owner, which creates a strong ethical commitment. Not only this, it also enables transparent stakeholder dialogue and also implementation of data tracking across all firms and also the farmers, while artificial intelligence like blockchain integrated AI and IoT sensor can track milk from different farms to the shelf of a supermarket. And it also ensure ethical decision making among the younger generation, which is really responsible and transparent, and a significant consumer, especially the younger generation. They usually prioritize buying from brands with strong ethical commitment, so it directly affect the consumer buying decision, and it also ensure ethical decision making not only the younger generation but also the whole consumer. And it also helps in data collection, auditing, and verification, which help to create strong governance, where personalization, sustainability, machine learning algorithms can analyze purchase history, and also it customizes dietary preference and even help to help health app data. And Arla has also a governance strength because they have a unique cooperation governance which can make rapid transformation decision and data collection from thousands of firms and auditing system and from external verifications. In the conclusion, I can say that Arla's uses of AI and different digital tools helps to improve their decision making, efficiency, and sustainable among all their operation. Not only this, by using data driven technology, Arla can manage their production by different type of app and also reduce waste by the zero carbon emissions. And Arla also consider ethical and legal issues such as data privacy and fairness to the farmers while they are using different type of AI tools, which already my teammates explained in their slides. And not only this, but also Arla's forecasting system replaces manual, and it also Excel based planning with an AI model that uses a much richer data set. So we have also add some references from where we have collected our data. So we have taken from Institute of Food Technologies, where we have used this AI how to predict milk output more accurately. And we have also used food ethics for everyone, where ethical issues data and other data we have collected. And not only this, but also we have also used global data where Arla employs AI technology to better forecast for milk supply. So that's all. Thank you. Now we will talk about part B, where our teammate will present their insights. So I would like to invite Aliza to start with.
So now we are moving towards our reflective discussion and the insights part. So I'll begin by talking about that. I think that the biggest learning we had from this assignment was that AI in business is not just about building a model. It is basically about building a model that is useful in the real life operations in any organization. And if you look at Arla's context, so forecasting milk intake is not just an academic exercise, it affects what the plants produce, how the collection is scheduled, and how much waste is created. And we also learned that even a good forecast is only valuable if it is adopted by good planners, it is updated reliably and connected to the decisions made by the people who actually are responsible in the organizations.
Um, well, from my point of view, one key insight for us was the difference between prediction and management. Um, actually, from my learning, I think AI can predict volumes, but the business still needs governance. Who owns the forecasts and how performance is measured and what happens when the model is gone wrong, actually.
Okay, Shubha, if I talk about my point of view, so in those, I mean, in our presentation, I find that we are using like AI in everyday base. So if I talk about Arla Food, so they are also using AI, but I think AI should properly use in this kind of sector. Like if I talk about some, I mean, challenges or other things, so AI basically, if we should learn about AI, right? If we will, I mean, input some wrong information or some biased information, so we are going to get the output also the biased in a biased way, or in a we are going to get a biased result or a false result. So I think we should properly use AI in an organization to actually, to actually produce our product in a more efficient way. Like we can maybe get a lot of, I mean, face a lot of challenges, but through the AI maybe we can solve it in a very proper way. So I think in my part, I find it that yes, we should actually use AI properly to get more effective result.
Yeah, from my point of view, as I discussed about the ethical issues, and I believe that ethics is essential for business. We discussed about the ethical and practical challenges as well. A practical challenge is a data quantity and quality. Farms and regions don't always report in the same way, and missing or delayed data can distort the forecast. So ethically, we focused on the fairness to the farmers.
Okay,